I have to paint. I can't not do it. That's what brings me the most joy in my life, being in the creative flow. The first time I picked up a paintbrush, I was in my 20s and my entire world exploded open. Before that, I'd been an actress and I was also a writer. But what fascinated me about painting was that I could express myself without having to use words, like a pre-verbal state, which could transcend me out of the antics of my mind and taught me about intuition. I was always enamored by the intuitive process in art, and I studied it deeply for decades. Learning how to be in a state of flow was and is my greatest teacher in life. When I began painting in my 20s, it was all about being spontaneously free. I was really curious to explore the mystery of the unknowns in myself. I painted with gouache on paper, usually beginning with my eyes, all images of me, glimpses into myself and who I was becoming, shedding, evolving, wanting to be rid of. In fact, when I look at those old paintings, what I see is all that I was not. Without identifying to them or creating a story, I became free of a psychological narrative, not worrying about making a product or technique. Now, I work with the duality of intuition and intellect, like two knobs on a stereo that I turn and fine-tune with each hand. A big part of my artistic vision is a quest to transcend the duality of human experience, the collision of the conscious and the unconscious realms, finding balance between gesture and form, chaos and order, spontaneity and pattern. There's nothing that excites me more than my studio full of empty canvases. I like to paint large for many reasons, and I work on several at once in a series. I see whole walls of possibility, and that really excites me. I feel totally free, like when I was a kid and wanted to scribble and draw all over the walls with complete abandon. I can move and feel however I want. This is the time where the canvas feels so alive and raw and fresh, the pure, original, authentic, expressive marks that you can't replicate, and the basis of all my paintings even as they evolve. Thinking is totally out of the equation because nothing matters now. Anything and everything can happen. It's amazing permission to fill the entire space, to experience unlimited spaciousness in the room, in the paintings, and in myself. In the middle, and especially the ending phase, it often asks for a quiet inner stillness, a careful, mindful attention of going deep into the painting, and the dance of stepping back to see the larger perspective. It's like an active meditation that comes with the observation of the order of all things and how everything is interconnected. And then distilling it down to its barest, most truthful essence. Once the experience of one painting is over, it feels good to have it recorded on canvas, but that was that moment in time. I remember it fondly, but now it's over for me. It's past. Understanding that allows me to embrace and appreciate where I am in this moment and fully experience today's painting. I've always been on a quest of inward understanding and discovering my depths. Like with nature, painting lets me explore the ground of being and how each individual expression in nature is unique. Not needing to understand why it's there, interpret it, or judge it, just that it became to be in its beauty. That's why I love being surrounded by nature when I paint. Being connected to nature reminds me why I paint in the first place. The day that I realized I could expand the creative flow state out beyond my studio into my life was the day I realized the most important thing to me. Life reflects art, and art, life. And that's how I continue to become me, and why I have to paint, because it's what makes me the most free.